Yes, sir. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Don's Gaming Universe, and in my plan we play games. That's not it. On my plan we play games. So today we're gonna play some episode 3 of Moon Knight Suns. So let's get it. Got Captain America. I like that though. Wait, is that Model 37? Personally, my favorite Iron Man suit would have to be it's between Mark 50 or the latest one, which I believe is like Mark 58. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's Mark 60 something because I like nanotech suits. So, but correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, they got Hulk, okay. Um, but make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss another video. You feel me? But yeah, let's get into this game and let's go back. But anyway, let's get to it. So if you wonder what time it is 3:10. Damn, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize it was this late. But yeah, it's a grind out here, so No, but shout out to 2K and everyone who made this. Uh, so yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you never miss another video. If I've said that, if I already did, please let me know. Alright, baby, let's get into it.
Let me see. How did this work again?
Yes, sir, my boy. Wait, let's look into it. He's hanging out just now. Thank you, Nico, but I'm tired. Wait, did we already do this before? Wait, I guess, I don't know, man, look.
Good. You answered. Getting hard to keep finding ways to say open door around here. And despite what Robbie says, I don't think the staff of one speaks High Elven. Blood magic stuff. Cool room. Spacious. Aw, is that bed for Charlie?
Yes?
So, if you're planning on giving me some sort of brooding code of the stoic warrior speech, I'm immune. Just ask Later Magic. From what I just saw out there, whatever crazy ancient living weapons stuff Caretaker put you through back in the day did a real number on you. We got a lot of work to do.
Work?
Yeah, talking to people, making friends, basic human stuff. Or quasi-human.
And remember I said quasi-humans are humans
One of us.
Nico,
with
I was just
special abilities.
hydro-bombed. I could use some rest.
You and me both. Been bad dreams every night for me lately. I, keep seeing Wanda. She... Never mind.
I will meet you outside.
Yes! I'll go nuke us some popcorn and you pick out a movie. Oh, and it may just be the two of us. The others went outside, needed to cool off. Really need to hang a fan over that forge. Or maybe crack open the casket of ancient wonders a little?
Yeah, got you.
So Dr. Faustus tried to drop a warehouse on you? Ugh, that guy is so lame. Talk about a prototypical follower.
Yeah, it sucks.
I know this entire situation's gotta suck for you. Not just the whole resurrected, chosen one thing. I get why facing Lilith won't be easy. I was 15 when I found out my mother was capital E evil.
Last question I remember was,
Was your father there
what
for
about
you
your
when you
father?
found out?
Dad was evil too. Long story, lots of drama. There was a cool dinosaur. I'll fill you in later. Look, I'm glad my mother is gone, but yeah, at times I just want to hear her voice again. Some days I'd give anything to make that happen. Makes me hate her even more.
Lilith gave birth to me, but Caretaker was my true mother.
Yeah, definitely it.
Right, so your adoptive mom raised you to kill your birth mom. You'll fit in perfectly. Enough about our
Why
crappy
is that
parents.
always a
You
thing with
missed out on
superheroes
decades of
or
good
people in
movies. It's
comic
my
books?
solemn duty to fill this knowledge
It's a
gap with the
weird
best
concept to
examples I
understand.
can
It's like,
provide.
for some people, in
So,
order to be a
first
superhero,
key,
one of your parents
going
has to be
places is a
sacrificed.
metaphor.
And it sucks. Like,
Can we do it again?
Uncle Ben from Spider-Man.
So,
Why
what'd
every
you
single
think of the
time?
movie?
In order for Peter to become
I
truly
understood
Spider-Man,
more than I
he's literally
should.
motivated by the words of his
How?
uncle,
You've been dead
by
for
his
3
great
centuries.
uncle,
I'm not so sure
Uncle
I was
Ben.
dead. Not exactly.
With great
I
power comes
recall
great
a deep
responsibility,
slumber, not the void. I
and that just stuck with him.
dreamt
I guess
Of what?
of
I'll let
everything.
this talk.
Much
I'll
of this
let
world is
this
familiar to me. I
conversation.
know it from my dreams.
That's not creepy at all. So, do you know everything?
No, think of it like this. I know what a car is, but I have no idea how to drive.
You're up to date, but not omniscient. Then
Yeah.
I'm guessing you don't know much about me.
Just what you shared earlier.
You're always free to ask. Like, what's the Staff of One? Or who were the Runaways?
Runaways. Okay, go
I
ahead.
had some questions about your old team.
The Runaways? Sure thing.
Those don't know. Those who don't know. Runaways. In Marvel are these group of obviously Runaways who no watch the last episode. Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. But essentially, it's just teenagers become superheroes because of different circumstances. But back to my point of, heroes dying, well, heroes' parents dying, so to speak. It's I don't know. In comic books and movies, it's just a thing. In order for you to become a superhero, one of your parents has to be sacrificed or something. And I guess to create more motivation to become a better hero because of that. But it sucks because, for example, Batman. Now we all know Batman's parents was killed right in front of him. That's why he never uses a gun because he's seen what happened to him. And partially being a superhero is sometimes for motivation and it's for a few things. But one thing I always remember about superheroes is that they do things so other people so it prevent they don't want what happened to them happen to other people. That's why they save lives. They do all these things. I'm gonna go to a deep dive one day, but all I gotta say is this: the partial reason why superheroes do what they do is because they don't want what happened to them happen to other people. That's why sometimes they do certain things that make you want to question them. I'm like, well, because when Batman saw his parents gunned down, he didn't want no one to experience what he did. So, and I think that's a universal thing. Yeah, because we really think about it. What happened to you is bad enough. That's what kind of sometimes motivates you to do certain things, so it don't happen to nobody else.
Were you all heroes who banded together?
No, we were normal kids. We saw each other once a year when our parents got together to reminisce. And then we found out two very disturbing things. First, our parents were supervillains who sacrificed children to evil gods. Second, each of us had some sort of powerful birthright. Our parents wanted us to follow in their footsteps.
What did you do?
That's almost every parent.
We ran, but eventually we realized only the six of us could stop our parents and their dark gods, so we faced them and stopped them from destroying reality as we know it. You know, typical kid stuff.
I mean, that's every parent. I don't know, man. Because honestly, if I was a parent, I just I'll try to be that parent that will give my kids insightful things to remember by, but I'm never gonna be that parent that will try to make my child like me, if that makes sense. Because a lot of times parents have this tendency to want their children to do what they want them to do, but you also have to realize children and people, kids in general are their own person. They have their own thoughts. They have their own ideas. They have different things. So honestly, I wish people stop doing that to kids, where you just see them as like things, but children are people and they have feelings, emotions, different thought processes. They think differently, so you gotta be careful how you treat your kids because eventually they're gonna grow up not wanting to talk to you. And I've seen plenty of parents like that where they raise their kid how they raise them. And when that kid grows up, then they just like, I don't want to talk to you because of how you treated me in the past. So like, but to parents watching this with their kids, hopefully you are. Parents, don't be so hard on your kids. If you got a good kid on your hands that's respectful and you raise them right, please stop being so hard on them. I get it. Kids have tendency to do their kids. You can't expect your kid to act a certain way. I'm not saying I'm not saying your kid disrespect you, but stop treating your kids like how other people would try to tell you things in your ear about your child. Like you should know who your child is. That's the number one rule. As a parent, you should definitely know who your child is and how you raise them. That's all I gotta say. Anyway,
Where are your friends now?
Molly attends Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. Carolina left Earth to marry alien nobility. Gert, she didn't make it.
mm,
After Gert passed, Chase and I had a falling out. The last I heard, he and Old Lace are living at his family home in LA. As for Alex, he chose his side, and it wasn't ours. He died with our parents.
whoa. You know my favorite thing about like X-Men is if I was a mutant in Marvel Universe, I would think something would be wrong with me. And I'm like, I got these cool ass powers. Like, what can I do with it? A whole lot. So thank God for Professor X for creating a school for gifted children with abilities. You got people like Wolverine, Storm, Kitty, Cyclops, and Frost, um, Spike, Mr. Beast. No, not Mr. Beast to you two. I'm talking about. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Jean Grey. Jean Grey's broken at this point. She ever since she had the power of Phoenix, she's clearly unstoppable, and I don't know how anybody can beat her at this point. Um, but she can't be Raven though. That's one thing.
I had some questions about your staff.
Sure.
I could name a whole
But
bunch,
first,
but
the basics. The Staff of One interprets
who
words or
else in
phrases as
X Men?
spells, but it can only cast a
There's a lot
spell
of people in
once.
X
No
Men, but
repeats.
so far, my bad, y'all. I'm in the thought process trying to think other X Men characters. Um, X Men characters, X Men characters, X Men characters. In the school, Gifted. I did say Jean Grey, Kitty. But aside from that, you have Magneto, um, Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver. You know, but I mean, my personal favorite is Wolverine. Even though he's old as hell, people.
Can you tell me how the Staff of One
Wolverine is
functions?
old.
It's blood
Man
magic,
was
so my own blood
born
is
in like
required to
1800
summon it.
something like that or
You
something.
wouldn't believe how many
He's old.
adhesive
He's like
bandages I go
about
through each
apparently like
year.
100 some years,
What about the words you speak?
100 plus.
They come true. Kind of. And not
It's
always
probably
the
has a
way I
healing factor
expect.
that
It's
kind of makes
like making a
him
wish,
younger, but
but
he's
you
really
can never
old.
make the same wish again.
I had some questions about your staff.
Go for it.
If each magical effect is unique, do you worry you will run out of words?
Not really. I only use the staff's power when I truly need it. The rest of the time, I rely on more conventional means. Like, magic.
I should get going.
Good timing. Looks like Caretaker wants
I
to speak
swear,
with you. And
me and
wow,
her,
I should get to
I don't know
bed.
what's going on
Time
with
flies when you're
Nico and my
hanging out.
character. Apparently, we got a spark or something.
I'm glad to see you using your free time productively.
And before you ask, no, I'm not single. Yes, I'm taken happily. Um, then again, nobody's going to ask me that anyways. But if it does
Lilith
pop
is
up
no
in a
less
conversation,
aggressive now than she was 300 years ago. If anything, she's become even more
I'm taking
brazen
people
with age.
happily.
Looks like you're finding your way around. Maybe making some new friends.
I was planning on getting some rest, but
Things are moving at a frantic pace. For all we know, I'll be landing a jet on the roof with Mr. Stark this afternoon. Not quite like it was in the good old days.
the world is still full of monsters and villains. My mother being the worst of them all.
Yeah.
You forgot heroes. The world is still full of heroes. Though sadly, we're missing one of our best.
Agatha. Where is Agatha?
Yeah, I was here in a minute.
I'm sorry. I should have had this talk with you much sooner. But you should know... Agatha... She's no longer with us.
What? That is impossible. She was so...
Fierce, indomitable, or maybe just kind to a fault.
Agatha's power. How could she be gone?
She put her trust in the wrong person. Agatha died in an accident caused by her protege, Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. The Midnight Sun's latest recruit, a powerful spellcaster in her own right. Perhaps the most powerful Agatha and I had ever seen. Wanda's abilities were growing. Too quickly for my liking. Agatha was determined
Scarlet Witch
to control
power abilities is she's
I tried
telepathic?
to caution her,
Yeah.
but she would not listen. There was an
The comments
incident.
are confusing.
An accident, I'm sure, but
Agatha was killed.
yes, incinerated in an instant. Not even ash to remember her by.
It's weird. It's a weird
The
concept.
others were heartbroken.
But the
As was
original
I.
origin of Scarlet
But
Witch
I
and her
also
brother
saw the danger,
is
the
they're
threat,
both
if
born.
Wanda's
They're both
powers
born
were
mutants,
left
by the way.
unchecked.
But
So I did what needed to be done.
but they
I
live
sent
in the
Wanda
land of
away
gypsies,
to the
and
Sanctum
apparently
Sanctorum
something happened to
to
their
study under
parents,
Doctor
and
Strange. I know
so
the others still harbor a great deal of
Magneto's their
resentment towards
adoptive
me
dad,
for it.
and taught him to be evil.
Was Wanda so different from me as a child? Was it that easy to send her away?
I didn't have a choice. Wanda's powers were beyond even her own control. And this time I had no Agatha to help me, as I had with you. I thought she would be safe with Strange. On that part, at least, I was clearly mistaken. Ah, Wanda. Agatha. It seems we've lost them both now. I conjured
Wanda's
a
not
small
dead.
shrine to Agatha's memory on the grounds, hoping to find some solace, a way to move forward. You should pay your respects. Maybe you'll find what I couldn't. Good night, Hunter.
Balance. The hunter can follow the path of light or dark through the choices and make an Abby in the abilities they use in combat. Powerful rewards can be unlocked as Hunter moves down either path. It looks like we're going to the light path. Ooh, you try to start something? Excuse me. Start Agatha. Okay.
Agatha!
You always did have the most remarkable eyes, Hunter. Just like your mother's. Maybe that's why you're the first.
The first?
Of
To
what?
commune with the spirits, of course.
Is this a trick of some kind? Because I am not amused.
Me either.
No, it's no trick, dear. You're just the first to see me. By now you've heard I had a bit of trouble with my corporeal body. I actually find it quite liberating.
You are dead.
Always straight to the heart of things. That's my Hunter.
You seem strangely at ease about this whole thing.
After 1,000 years of living, you learn to take things in stride. Even death.
And what have you been doing all this time?
Meet me by the cave just over there. You know the one.
The Bloodgate? Caretaker always told me to stay away from that place.
I think we can safely lift the veil on a few more of our secrets. What's the worst that can happen? This ominous-looking portal is known as a Blood Gate. and you're the only one among us who can pass through it.
Bloodgate. Caretaker's handiwork?
Yes, Sarah got a little overprotective after the accident with Wanda. It's
I
become
see.
something of a habit for her.
I have noticed that.
What lies beyond is meant for you as much as it ever was for her. Assuming you're up to the challenge, that is.
You know I am.
I do. But it's always polite to ask.
Whoa.
I guess we're going in.
Not what you were expecting, is it? There was a time when the blood stood within these celestial halls to prove their worth. This particular arena belongs to a goddess who often favored Sarah, Ashtor.
Sarah,
Right.
Caretaker, was here?
Nothing ever comes easy, dear. The Elder Gods felt their descendants needed to earn their blessings, which is why they created these trials to begin with.
Trials? I should know.
This entire realm exists for that purpose. Trial by combat, with no chance of outside interference.
And this is my challenge.
Yes, but I may have found a loophole they never considered. Why don't you try summoning your four-legged friend?
Charlie?
The old
Never mind.
gods are responsible for a great many creations, including your faithful companion. I think
Excuse
even
me.
they tend to forget that. Good luck, dear. As the goddess of balance and order, Ashtor was sometimes called the giver of justice. You can expect a fair.
He's quick.
Leave some for the rest of us. I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
Yep, there we
You're
go.
too weak for this fight.
Compared to our girl, these hellhounds are nothing but mindless beasts. Don't hesitate to strike. They certainly won't.
I'm impressed.
Yep, we're gonna go ahead and look. Come here. Yep, there you go.
Your mother abandoned me. Feel my call. that was something.
Good girl, Charlie. Oh, and you too, Hunter. You finished this trial, but don't worry. The other gods are waiting.
This time the hunter brought friends. Hey, I like that. What's this? Oh, moon seal. Okay. Wait, Moon Knight? Wait, no, we're not in Egypt.
This looks like
It says, Oztar's gift allows magical locks and the gate to be open. Open allow you to access the new areas of Abbey and the grounds, which are looked by magic means.
You're right to be wary of this place. But it's your birthright, and I think after everything you've been through, you can handle it now. The two of you, as well as your mother, are the last of your kind, the Blood. Your lineage follows an unbroken line to the old gods themselves. And if you call upon them, you might just find they're actually listening. They won't work miracles for you, but their blessings can be quite useful in the right circumstance.
Gotcha.
Why don't you ask the goddess Ashtor for her aid in dealing with that barrier over there?
Where's the power? Where's the power of magical incantations? And so incantations are the one that the hunter can use on the Abbey grounds. Use the word of power, hold R2. Okay. Ooh,
Noble Ashtar
push.
guides my hand.
After all this time, it's still just as beautiful as the first time I laid eyes on it. It's hard to believe Lilith and Caretaker brought this place all the way from Transia. Of course, it was no coincidence that they wound up so close to Salem. This area is particularly attuned to the forces of magic. That's why the Elder God's influence was so prevalent here. And why our sanctuary here has remained all but impregnable over the centuries. And now I'm rambling on like an old sorcerer supreme. Why don't you
I
come
see
see
what
me
you
in the
did there.
library tomorrow night? Oh, and let's keep this just between the two of us for now. I'm afraid Sarah, Caretaker, isn't ready to see me yet. Good night, Hunter.
Ooh, it says new gamma codes analyzed. Gamma radiation?
Hunter, please come to the forge at your
I
earliest
mean, that's from the
convenience. Again,
Hunter, just in time. His royal weirdness and I were deciding what to do with that nasty little Hydra gift box you found.
Ah, yes. The spooky crate?
The very one. Though it is far from any mere container, I assure you. I am detecting powerful emanations from inside.
I just want to know how OP
This is a
Dolph
sign
can
of what
get
Hydra
if
is
they
after.
did
I fear we are
my man Justice a little
grave
bit.
danger.
My offer
That
still
could be very
stands. I
useful.
could fly the thing up and nuke it in orbit.
It's like
Only way to be sure.
the angrier he gets,
Or
the
we
stronger
could
he
open
gets.
it, Tony, and perhaps use the mystical energies I sense inside to our advantage.
Yeah, I heard a we in there. Green goopy gamma serums are one thing. I'm not opening boxes full of mummy curses.
You don't have to. Hunter, if you'll allow me.
Your second funeral, boss.
What in the hell?
If Hydra is now working to acquire mystical antiquities, then our situation is very dire indeed. We need to find a way to gain the upper hand.
And you think you can do it with whatever's in the container?
Tony has one of the greatest scientific minds that I've ever seen. I, of course, have an unparalleled understanding of the mystic arts. I have no doubt that we can find a way to research whatever we find in there and have it work in our favor. I just wonder what it could be.
I hope the two of you create something powerful. I want to stop Lilith quickly and decisively.
As I said, I'm sure it can help us. I just need to convince Tony to set his ego aside. His discomfort with the esoteric nature of the arcane might be a problem.
But Tony's eccentricities aside, I know you can make this work.
Right now, with the sanctum out of my reach, I'm fighting with one hand tied behind my back. Metaphorically, that is. If I can find items to research, I can give the Midnight Suns every possible advantage over Lilith and her disciples.
I look forward to seeing what you come up with.
Me too, Hunter. Now, all this talk is going nowhere unless we can get this container open and study what's inside. Approach the anvil, Hunter. We do not have time to spare.
Study the artifact. Where? Oh.
How may the Sorcerer Supreme assist you? By the hoary hosts of Hoggoth, I can hardly believe it.
What? Is it worse than you expected?
No, it's totally unexpected. It's the Eternity Dagger. This was in a place of honor in my bedchamber in the Sanctum for years. The Sanctum Sanctorum is no common domicile to be burglared. These barbarians have no idea what they possessed.
Or perhaps they did. Maybe these artifacts are exactly what Faustus and my mother were after to begin with.
A distressing thought. If they had my dagger, then who knows what others of my priceless possessions have passed through their greedy fingers. The Cube of Nothingness. The Tear of Profia, and most worrisome of all.
Your toothbrush? You, had a little coffee thing going on this morning with your breath?
Oh, Tony.
Sorry. Doc's right, Hunter. I drank 3 glasses of holy water just to walk through the Sanctum's front door. This is like a doomsday vault for all sorts of supernatural nastiness. We need to put a lid on this mess. Pronto.
I believe Carol is already working on it.
At last. Now that this artifact has been returned to its proper owner, we shall see if we can make use of the mystic forces contained within.
Okay. I like the sound of
It's
that.
probably not the object of power you were hoping for. We'll get started right away.
What have you got for me, boss? Let's see what you got here. What do you think?
Holy flame? We need this for sure.
Later.
All right.
Hey, Hunter. Got a sec to spare?
You've been here more in the past few days than I have since... ever. The Forge is pretty badass, but the creature trapped inside riles up my own inner demon. Speaking of, there's something you should know about me.
You are bonded with a spirit of vengeance?
Yeah.
Damn, you're good. How could you tell?
You are not the first spirit of vengeance to join the Midnight Suns. I fought beside another, just a few days... 3 centuries ago.
Oh man, sometimes when I have crap to work through, I like to get my blood pumping. Why don't we hit the yard for a sparring session? I know Sparky's excited to meet you.
Sparky?
That's what I call my spirit of vengeance. His real name is something you'd see written on a symbol, but with like 12 apostrophes. Also, he's not allowed inside after the incident with caretaker Sumerian Sofa.
It would be my honor to spar with the spirit of vengeance.
Wow, he's real excited. Never thought he'd get bouncy, but here we are. Okay, let's do this. I'll get Blade to set things up. Won't take a minute.
I will head to the yard. When you and Sparky trade places, what does he look like?
He's the guy with the flaming metal skull and hellfire chains. Kinda hard to miss.
Hunter, ready to get your burn on? I'm talking training with Ghost Rider.
Spirits of vengeance train the hardest. Like playing with fire, huh?
Let's do this.
Oh?
Hunter, report to the war room. We've got a mission.
Hunter?
You called for me, Captain?
Keep telling ya, Carol works too, but yeah, I did. Now that Tony's finally starting to get a handle on his gremlin problem, I've been able to put Central to good use. Got a lead on some particularly gnarly Hydra operations happening in the city. But we need to move fast if we want to intercept them in time.
Then let's get going.
My thoughts exactly. There's just one problem, though. We seem
What's
to have
that?
lost our gatekeeper, Magic.
Lost?
Well, I updated her on the mission. She said something I can only assume to be a prolific swear word in Russian and disappeared. Literally. And with no magic...
There's no passage to New York, or anywhere for that matter.
Now you see my problem.
Do not worry, Captain. I will locate and alert her of the team's needs.
There's that can-do, get-it-done, old-timey prophesied savior of humanity attitude I was hoping to see today. Still, you better hurry. Not sure how long Hydra will remain in their current position.
And I shall make haste.
Yes, you hasten as much as you can, Hunter.
Oh, we got a pool going on? Let's see.
It is one of the elemental rods.
Barely a stone at all. It's a blue-black topaz. Almost seeps through the fingers it yields. It smells strongly of a tide pool, and it yields to the ear sounds of the sea.
I needed that.
Now we know where to chill when we have some time.
Hi, kiddo.
Just what I was looking for.
Amber swirl, just cloudy crystal, almost too hot to touch. Its surface glows like liquid fire. A glimpse of the smoke results and vanishes around the core of the obsidian. Okay. Let's find the air ones to be talking about it. Strength. Electrical energy erupts around Thor as he wields a Mjolnir. This card represents the great courage of taking control of one's destiny. Okay. I like that. We found 2 Tourette cards. Now I gotta find 20 more. There we go.
This room belonged to the Scarlet Witch, did it not?
Wanda. It belongs to Wanda. Let me guess. You are to ask me to do the one thing the others value me for. Opening their precious portal. Well, I am in the middle of something. Come back later.
That is no ordinary book. I can sense it from here.
Nothing in this place is ever ordinary. Especially this. Wanda's first grimoire. Agatha gave it to her when she was teaching her witchcraft, the dark arts. She was trying to help Wanda control her powers. She would never let me read it. So now I read it.
No good ever comes from a book like that. Trust me.
Funny. You sound like Wanda. She was also afraid of her power. I can almost hear her scolding me for invading her privacy. But I've done far worse than to rummage through someone else's things. Far worse. And so have you. I know what she's going through. To come face to face with true evil itself. To be dragged to some hell dimension so hot that your soul is scorched black. Your heart so filled with soot that it chokes out all the bright parts of you. Until you are just a dark thing of smoke and ash. I cannot let such a fate happen to her.
We will find her. I can feel it.
And just who will find her? Caretaker? The Avengers? Do not try to fool me with your false empathy, Hunter. I know Caretaker will never waste the resources looking for her.
Ilyana, just open the portal.
Let's do it.
You are like an Avenger. All you do is take. You expect too much. Okay, I will open your damn portal. It is times such as this that I wish someone else here could drill holes through space and time. Perhaps Doctor Strange should spend less time tinkering with Tony Stark in the Forge and focus more on his magic. Ugh, no matter. I will be there when you are ready, Hunter. Goodbye.
Alright, so now I gotta go ahead and do this real quick. Alright.
I take it you found our gatekeeper. Then let me explain what's going on. When Hydra isn't preoccupied with world-ending scenarios, they spend a lot of their free time terrorizing the citizens of New York through various low-level operations. It's fairly routine stuff for heroes these days, and worst case, we'll still get some fresh intel in the process. Why don't you check the mirror table and see what we've got on our plate?
Oh, wow. Well, I guess this wraps up for this episode, apparently, because we've been going for a long time. But yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and be back for our next episode. Joking, no. Biggie.
I did the math. It would actually be faster for me to fly.
So what is stopping you?
The shockwave would shatter most of the planet.
We're sending you straight to the coordinates Captain Marvel identified in New York. Dr. Banner has confirmed that the gamma signatures in the area match those of Faustus's weapon. We need to recover whatever intel.
But see you guys in the next episode. Deuces.